Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done so they could turn what they know into what they're known for. Download your copy of the book for free at booksgrowbusiness.com. Joining me on this segment is Joleen Teninty. She's a founder of Alpha Dog Consulting. Joleen, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Mark. It's great to be here.
Joleen, tell us a little bit about your work and specifically who are the types of folks that you help?
Sure. Well, I've been helping people with their job searches for over a decade. What they may look like is anything from keywords to a full resume, interviewing skills, cover letters. Um, Over a decade, the job search world has definitely changed, and navigating that is quite difficult for many people. So, Alpha Dog Consulting just made sense to me in breaking out into doing this more full time. Um, and As far as clients go, it could be anybody, right? So everybody's always looking for their next opportunity, to grow themselves in their current opportunity. I do, though, have one initial and primary ambition, that is to help active duty members leaving the military, their transition into veteran status, the civilian workplace. The culture can be quite daunting on the health and wealth of their entire family, not just themselves. So, unfortunately, even veteran-owned businesses can see mismatched positions, high turnover. So there's definitely a lot of work to continue to do in that space. And I just love helping veterans. Veteran wife here, so we have some personal experience too, as well as professional.
So, for your veterans and for folks that you help, do they even know that your type of consulting work exists? Or what's hot today? What's the most popular thing people are coming to you for? And what is like their biggest concern on their mind? What's happening today?
Sure. One of the big things is just matching up. Everybody has their own system out there. You know, we hear about the keyword searches, AI, who's doing what as far as applicant tracking systems. And you want not just that view for the technology, but you want the view for the reader too. How to just tap into personal marketing, right? Personal branding. So it's a big thing. It's the trend. We've got to tell everybody our commercials, show them what we want to do. It's really hard for people to do that. It's identifying top strengths. I think I've developed a knack for just stumping a lot of people and asking that one question that keeps them thinking or digging about who they are, what they value, what value they deliver, their ultimate purpose, whatever that might look like. So a Q&A session with people individually is great, and you hear sighs of frustration during it. People saying things like, "I don't like to boast or brag. I'm not sure what to put in my resume. What is the company looking for? I like to do these things, but it's hard to put on paper." And then, at the end of that session, a big sigh of relief after, probably want to jump through the phone or whatever with me. So it's a lot of fun. And sometimes, you just want to yell, like, let's get over it. Let's tell people what you do. Find that purpose. Dig in a little deeper. So it's a fun experience to help people in their personal growth and then their career opportunity.
So, you brought up the big elephant in the room today, which is AI. So, let's unpack that a little bit. I'd love to hear, like, how is AI affecting job search today and people's chances with jobs? Is it helping or hurting?
Well, I think there's a little bit of both. If you're stuck on something and you know what you do best, but you're not a good writer, uh, get that idea in there, get that key word, get that key player element that matches up to what you're looking for. It's not the worst tool, or in order to establish a good creativity, let's call it, element to what you need to write. And I've seen it help people. I've also seen it take out some some metrics, if people have metrics, like decreasing, increasing revenue numbers, things like that. So you want to make sure that things are getting in there the right way, that it's not removing things that are important. Also, grammar. I also helped somebody with their resume. We got to a final review, and I asked for a final review, and he says, "Well, wait, what's this? I don't even know what this is." And I'm like, "Well, you told me you built your initial resume off of AI. So let's stop doing that. We don't have to back up too much, but let's not call this the final draft anymore." And so you gotta be on top of that attention to detail. And so, although using it is a great benefit in time and creativity, we do have to be the big player. This is us. This is what we own. This is our resume or our job search, and we need to be responsible for it.
Jolene, what inspired you to get into this line of work and help people with their resumes and their job searches? How did you get started?
There's a company called Manpower, and they have a division called Right Management, and I've worked with them for a while, and it's been a great experience, and just learning about people and growing that career element. So I've also done it on the side, and just meeting people who are in that space. I will say, one of the things that I've adapted into it is it was kind of my hallelujah moment, I guess we could call it. I realized that most people I work with, and we're talking like 9 out of 10 people, they need daily helpers, emotional, mental health support. And this is where I really started to explore ways to work a wellness element into every single encounter too, through the business. And it's with individuals, small business, nonprofit owners, founders, even their small teams. It's become kind of a focal point in some instances, and then other cases, tips or tricks. Um, I'm finding that a little bit of a generational issue, I guess we can call it, or challenge. Most people have high expectations of their employers. And, in my encounters, most of them are over 45. They have very high expectations of what to expect from an employer. And, the loyalty in both directions. It's difficult to leave a workplace for whatever the reason. And this is whether it's layoff, you're burnt out, you need to increase your opportunities, whatever that need is for that employer-employee relationship. So it can look different for every single person. And it's quite exciting when, you're looking at a time where ghost quitting, ghost firing, ghost positions, all of these elements of uncertainty are here. Endless rejections, the rejection letters come in 5 minutes with all automation sometimes now. And some of it may not even be real to people. So in my space, looking at uncertainty and creating more and more trust in a world of illusions and possibly distrust anymore, just teaching people that they're worthy, that they're marketable, and then just working to really turn over the mentality of what someone's contribution really is and find that purpose or that right position and alignment.
Before I ask you my last question, Jolene,
Sure.
you mentioned like some of the automated rejection letters happening. Have you been finding that employers now are using AI themselves, and how are they using AI in their job searches or in their employee searches? And related to that, what are employers looking for today in employees as far as AI skills?
Well, in my encounters and helping people with job searches, uh, interviews are often including that technical component of it. What do you have? What do you use? A lot of job descriptions are now including it. So I think some of that reality and expectation is in the foreground. So people can see it, they can match our skills. Places like LinkedIn, There's companies that'll be doing it too. They put out what their automation and their AI expectations are. And so you can find courses. You can find courses for free on a lot of spaces. Um, are you going to be a basic user? Probably. Are they looking for advanced users? Not always. So, learning some skills, and I know, it's a controversial topic for many people, how they want to use it, what is the world for their children going to look like in the job space? It becomes a concern, but balancing, your knowledge, your skill set, um, your reality. I think everybody lives in a different space sometimes too, in what they do, and what's beneficial. Use a guided approach if you need to, and find what you can do best for yourself and your career. I think it's important to dig deep in that a little bit before you just take on a job and once again, like I was saying, become disappointed in that employer relationship.
How can our listeners, if they'd love to get your help or want to learn more, how can they find you, connect with you, and learn?
Oh, sure. Thanks, Mark. Um, really, so I like to meet people where they're at. And my website, alphadogcg.com, it has a connect page and a discovery call, and everybody's in a different spot. So, although I have some packages that are pre-designed, I also like to talk to people first, see where they're at, see if it's a good match. Sometimes people just want you to write the resume for them. So, Alpha Dog CG, the connect page, book a discovery call.
Joleen, this has been terrific. I really appreciate you taking the time to share with my audience today, and I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Thanks, Mark. Can I just add one thing in?
Of course.
Sure, thanks. You always talk about marketing yourself, and you say in your book, Books Grow Business. I think it's important for people to realize when they're working through their career decisions and resume that that this may be it for what you market, and that's okay. If the resume or your LinkedIn page is where you market it, let's grow the content of you and your value, and you put that out there to all your listeners and your readers all the time. And you've inspired me. So I just want you to know that, not just inviting me to be here with you, but through your book, and meeting you at the Small Business Expo, uh, it's been an inspiration. So I hope more people connect with you. It's been really great.
I appreciate your kind words, Jolene. And again, uh, shout out your website so people can get a hold of you.
Sure, alphadogcg.com. Book a discovery call today. Thanks so much, Mark.
That's Joleen Teninty. She's the founder of Alpha Dog Consulting. And this segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done so they could turn what they know into what they're known for. Get your copy for free, a digital download at booksgrowbusiness.com. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for joining me.